Alright, my friend, he came, and actually he's still here, he's behind of me, alright? And we was checking the car. Fine, we remove also spark plugs, we drain the oil, similar thing to the other one. Now, in this case, on this 55, you see that it's been contaminated the coolant, alright? And I was searching actually for the block, because we have one block here, and I don't know where's the block. Omar, I still didn't find the block. Where's the 113 block? Anyhow, we have the cylinder heads, but I didn't find the block. I was explaining that it's very difficult to pass from the oil pressure that comes to the cylinder head inside the cooling system. It might need to have a crack, let us say, or for me it's 1 in a billion, but there is a possibility. Fine. Now, I make a leak test, it's not leaking. It's leaking, there is one small minor leak, sorry Mr. Derek, that comes down here, and this is from the hose of the intercooler pump here. That's very minor leak, that it didn't fall down, didn't drop down the pressure, alright? But you're gonna tell me why it's looking like that, the coolant tank, right? If you was here and you can smell, it smells like a power steering fluid. I give also to Mr. Omar to smell it, Mr. Derek, smell it, alright? And then you compare this smell, that it smells like a power steering fluid, alright? Okay, I didn't analyze it, obviously, we analyzed it with our noses, alright, fine. And then I went and I compared the smell, that this smelling like an engine oil, fine, that's from the other E55. So, I'm talking about this E55. It looks like that in this case here, instead of putting power steering fluid here, they put it here. That's the only reasonable explanation. The oil is fully black, I check all the cylinders, we make a leak test, everything. You can see, you don't see any washed spark plug, alright? All the spark plugs are the same color, the top of the piston is the same, the combustion chamber is the same. And then my friend, he informed me here that how much the real kilometers?
550.
Okay, 550, it's the real kilometers of this car, 550,000. So, for this mileage, if you're asking me, it's in excellent condition, because it's still running. Alright, then, like I said, to be, let us say, a head gasket, alright, you drop inside camera, you make a leak test, alright, and you don't see anything. Even when the timing cover seals, let us say. See what's happening. When it comes the time, not for this car, if this customer here, for this E55, I'm not mixing up the videos because both of them are E55, alright? If, let us say, this owner, he decided to fix the car, what I said to him, because for me, I'm 99.9% sure that's the seals on the timing cover. You cannot be sure 100% until you see it with your eyes, until you make some tests, alright? And whatever I'm saying now, I have said that before, it's not the first time, but you make my balls like a blind and I have to mention that again. Yeah, so, right, Mr. John? I like that we agree. So, what's happening? By reaching, let us say, on the timing cover to change the seals, you have to remove the oil pan. When you remove the oil pan, I'm gonna connect here the pressure test, the leak, alright? I'm gonna pump and I'm gonna see inside if it's leaking from the timing cover or if it's leaking from the oil return of the cylinder heads. If it's leaking from the oil return of the cylinder heads, that means if the coolant comes from the rear of the side of the engine, let us say on the side of the engine or the rear or the front of the engine, but from the side of the cylinder head, then you know that something's wrong. It might have a crack, it might have a problem with the head gasket, let us say, for AB reason, it might have corrosion or whatever. By the way, has a coolant inside, does have normal water, fine. Now, if it comes from the timing cover, there is only one way, there are the two O-rings. So again, I'm gonna remove, let us say, the oil pan, down, the two pieces, fine, then I'm gonna make a leak test. If I see that it's coming from the cylinder heads, I'm gonna pause it, I'm gonna say to the owner that, you know what, the coolant leak inside of the engine, it's happening from the cylinder heads, for example. And at the same time, if you have a cylinder head, you're gonna take care also of the two O-rings on the timing cover.
I'm gonna say something
right?
also.
It's reasonable, I think. 1 second. So, if I say it's coming on the timing cover, we are continuing the job with the timing cover. End of story. It's that simple. You never stop testing until you see with your eyes what's the problem. Understood? I hope so. Tell me, Mr. Omar, what do you want to say? You want to put it on the video? Alright, I'm pausing it because he's talking to the phone. Mr. Omar.
No.
Yeah.
This is a thick.
You're talking about the oil, the viscosity of this oil compared to the other one that's inside. Yes, I know. from up, when you see with your eyes, it looks the same, identical. All right? Oil, let us say the other one, oil. If you smell it or if you touch it on your fingers,
Yeah.
it's completely different.
Yeah.
This is an engine oil, the other one is transmission oil or a power steering fluid. All right? One of these two. The thing is, there is no heat exchanger to mix it up. There is no, let us say, you know, if there was a heat exchanger, like, let us say, how has the engine oil heat exchanger here, the E57 front, all right? Then I'm going to tell you, yeah, it might be mixing up, let us say, either from the oil heat exchanger or from the gasket that has behind, because the channels are very near to each other, all right? There's no heat exchanger on the 55.
So he's
Right.
customer is lucky.
He's lucky. He's lucky. We're gonna make some flashes. We're gonna clean it. We're gonna move the expansion tank to wash. All right. It's a nice sound for blow valve. This one.
Yeah.
No, not bad. So we're gonna flush the system. We're gonna bring the car here. We're gonna dump the coolant, whatever it has inside.
Can
We're
be
gonna make.
something inside?
No, we're not gonna put something inside. Fresh water, 3-4 times. We're gonna stop. We're gonna warm it up. We will gonna loop the heater core because I put the spark plugs over there. We're gonna loop it properly. All right. We're gonna clean the system. We're gonna clean the tank separate. We're gonna put the fresh water inside. He will gonna drive it for 1-2 days, and then we're gonna make again flush with a normal coolant for a final when we see that everything's clean. Fine.
Fine.
You agree, Mr. Joe? Nice. Very good. Mr. Derek, how are you doing? We're not changing currently the spark plugs. We're putting all the old garbage spark plugs in that they have full of oil. We're gonna see how we're gonna end up this one. Let's do the basic things here. My friend, he gave me a headache. Hey, that's it. Thank you very much. Well, once again, third time for today. Have a nice weekend. Saturday today, yeah. Okay, Mr. Derek. You see, I turn off the light, don't blind you. Thank you. You know what I saw now? This is what I saw now. Has a heat exchanger radiator inside. For the transmission. Oh boy. Shit. Make it up. Let's open the drain plug for the transmission. Yeah, where are you going? Make this car up. Make the... Yeah, this, it's independent. I already checked that before. This one, it's not, does have a heat exchanger on the radiator. I checked that before, I didn't saw. No, it has. It has. Also this has. Yeah, but again, it's different story. It's different story. This has on the engine. It does have on the cooling. On the cooling it has only a couple of drops. And it's not smelling like transmission oil. It's smelling like an engine oil, like I said. You see? See the difference?
Yeah.
You see the drops that I told you that
Yeah.
when it's cooling down, if it's warm up, it's opening the valve, it comes somewhere out, and then when it's cooling down, it has like a vacuum. You see the hose, it's like squeezing, not so much. So whatever oil has around the O-rings, it's gonna end up inside the cooling system.
The cooling system.
When it's under pressure, you're gonna dump coolant inside of the engine. Only when it's completely cold, you're gonna be the other way around. Let's see that's the engine oil, by the way. This is the engine oil. Alright? And both drain plugs are open, long time ago. Let's see the transmission. That's why, you see what I said? I said one time, I said power steering fluid or hydraulic or transmission oil.
Transmission oil.
It might be. There's no other. But there is. Heat exchanger might made it fail. I hope to have a clean oil there. Wait, Mr. John. Get this bucket. Get this bucket.
Same one?
Yeah, the same one. Don't give a fuck. Can you do it? He's been clean. All right. You're gonna come dirty. Let's put down there. This for the end. Let's see. No, yes. Fuck me. Dang it. That's why it has a delay. The transmission. Piece of thing. Piece of thing is the heat exchanger of the radiator. On this one, that's why it was smelling to me on this car like transmission oil, like hydraulic fluid. You need a radiator.
New radio.
Yeah. And
What about that?
what about this? Good luck with that. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna flush, we're gonna put a new filter and pray to be okay. Yay, how lovely, you see? Somebody was saying that only it was effective the radiators back in 2002. Looks like also the 2004, 2005 they have a problem. They have a problem. After 500,000 kilometers, after 16 years, it's supposed to be dust. It's okay, still working. Alright? Yeah. So in one case we have the 99.9% the O-rings on the timing cover for the E55 that's behind of me. In this case we have the heat exchanger inside the radiator. Yeah, leave it drain out. Leave it drain out. Yeah, it's... Oh boy, another milkshake. What in hell? What in hell?
A milkshake season.
Yeah, milkshake season, you don't say nothing. Yeah. You see what's happening. It's coming one car with a milkshake, and then you see 3-4 cars.
3-4 cars.
Yeah, together. It's like they arrange all of them, to come at the same week.
It's the milkshake season, exactly.
All right, make it down. Keep this bucket down. Make the car down and continue from up. What other variable we have? At least it does have a heat exchanger on the differential back. You imagine to have a differential heat exchanger. The next car, let us say, E63S.
Okay.
It has. I don't remember. Who knows? SLS. You imagine coming any SLS to have has a 2 heat exchangers back. One for the transmission, one for the diff. And to be milky there. Whee! I don't want to do that. I don't want to see that. As much as passing the time, you see different things.
Yeah.
It's not like, yes, this is it. That's why I'm saying, go, let us say, like a blank page, like a white page, and see, connect the dots,
Yeah.
With your car, you see, I was waiting for you to come to see that together.
Yeah.
I was not doing something, I make some highlights only.
Maybe we spend more time, like today all day, and we
No
find some
problem.
other things.
No problem.
We find some other things.
No problem. I don't have so many friends. We can change a little bit, right? We can waste a little bit time. Oh boy. Okay, Mr. Derek. Okay, Mr. John. Okay. I don't remember your name. Jack. Jack. Okay. All right. That's it. Have a nice weekend. Now that's the end. Because it's your car, and because we're friends, and because I know that you know about cars and all these things. All right. You have the radiator. Fine. That the radiator, as a radiator, it's not leaking coolant external, all right? And here at this point, you have the heat exchanger inside for the transmission. Fine? It looks like that it's leaking inside, transmission oil. Fine? There are 2 fittings here. Aluminum fittings with the 2 safe that goes there. What if we put, here in this country, we have hot weather all the year, all right? Why don't put one cooler for the transmission, like what has the V12, separate, all right? Get these 2 fittings, give it to the welders to weld it, to block it completely.
Okay.
Wash inside, you don't have anything. Plug it in, use the radiator as a radiator, and you're gonna have independent transmission oil cooler. So you don't have to buy a radiator.
Perfect. Perfect.
This solution for a 2004 with a 500,000 kilometers E55, all right? And I'm doing this only for a friend. If it was a normal customer, owner or whatever, I was gonna tell him change the goddamn radiator and finish the story, right?
Yeah.
I believe that it's gonna be much better to play like that in this application.
Even in the future, it will be safe.
Yeah, it's gonna be safe, except if you start leaking, let us say, the radiator coolant. But this is, you're not gonna mix up the coolant.
I think before 1 million, it will not.
Yeah.